أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Today we will discuss the Quran, iron and cosmic balance. The Quran, iron and cosmic balance as a 21st issue under the Quran and modern sciences. Landing of iron on the earth is among hundreds of miracles revealed in the Quran. When this information was revealed 1500 years ago, only a limited scope of its benefits could be conceived due to limitations of scientific knowledge. However, with the growing intellect and expanding scientific research, new dimensions of its role have been found in the areas of physics, astrophysics, physiochemistry, biomedicine, and microbiology. Now we can better appreciate the iron as an essential player in the earthly and cosmic balance, and sustainer of life on the earth. The holistic connectivity established by the iron throughout the earthly, atmospheric, and cosmic dimensions displays the truthfulness of the Quranic revelations and existence of the divine order that makes all this happen. Today, we will limit our discussion to the miraculous information revealed in Surah Al-Hadid to see its conformity with the findings of science on the role of iron. So, dear friends, there are some verses of the Quran revealing miraculous information, wonderful information on the benefits of iron for humanity. However, for its crucial role in sustaining the cosmic order, let us begin our discussion with Ayat 25 of Surah Al-Hadid, which says, I am translating it. We sent our messengers, prophets, with clear signs, the scripture means books, and the balance, so that people could uphold justice. We also sent iron with its mighty strength and many uses for mankind, so that God could mark out those who would help Him, Allah, and His messengers, though they cannot see Him. Truly, God is powerful and almighty. This ayat contains immense treasures of guiding information on multiple aspects of the divine plan to establish a faithful and just society pursuing the principles of justice, sharing, and benevolence on which the worldly order is sustaining. Allah has sent His messengers and the divine books revealing the cosmic divine order, so that the said purpose could be accomplished. Purpose of establishing oneness of Allah, peace and prosperity for human beings. The ayat reveals that the iron is not intrinsic matter of the earth. It is not basic element of the earth. Rather, it has been landed here to establish the cosmic order that we will discuss a bit later. It carries a lot of household and economic benefits for the society and also great significance as brick and mortar of military power for establishing social order for the benefit of humanity. Allah has desired from the man as his vicegerent to establish justice and peace in the society by conveying meaningful message in the words so that Allah could identify those who would help him, Allah, and his messengers. For what to help? To maintain justice and peace. By mentioning that the iron landed from the celestial order, from the space to the earthly order, Allah has revealed the divinely interconnected recycling management for sustaining the cosmic order. Such a great mastery of creation urges us to have a firm faith in the perfectly pervasive and immaculate creative authority of Allah, even though He remains unseen to us, as mentioned in the concluding words of the ayat. So, dear friends, the said ayat revealed that the iron is not an intrinsic matter, rather it was landed on the earth at a later stage that we will look at briefly before discussing its significance in establishing cosmic order. Confirming the Quranic view, modern science has recently discovered that the iron is not native matter, not the intrinsic matter of the earth, rather it came down from higher celestial bodies belonging to the space. In 1920, Charles Edward Guillaume, a Swiss-French physicist, was awarded Nobel Prize in recognition of his services leading to this discovery. Now, the current astronomical findings are in agreement on the fact that iron is alien to the earth, not belonging originally to the earth. It came down from the giant stars, bigger stars of the outer space. Heavy metals like the iron took birth in the nuclei of big stars. Even our solar system does not possess a suitable structure and high enough temperature for producing iron at its own. The sun has a surface temperature of 6,000 degrees Celsius and a core temperature inside of about 20 million degrees. Whereas iron can only be produced in much bigger stars where temperature reaches a few 100 million degrees. When the amount of iron exceeds a certain limit in a star, it becomes too heavy to sustain and thus it explodes apart. It explodes apart and scatters. Such eventuality is called supernova. The meteors containing fragmented iron move around the universe until they could be attracted by the gravitational force of a celestial body. Likewise, iron did not take birth on the earth. Rather, it was received from the exploded stars in space by way of meteors. Thus, the discovery of science in this regard not exactly confirms the miraculous statement that the iron was sent down to the earth as revealed in the Quran 1500 years ago. Just imagine the divinity of Quran. So, dear friends, the words of the ayat 25 of Surah Al-Hadid, We also sent iron. Note the words also. We also sent iron needs to be refocused. It refers to landing of some more elements by virtue of the iron as well. Michael Denton, a known microbiologist, in his book Nature's Destiny, emphasizes the significance of iron in the cosmic setup. To him, it is the accumulation of iron in the center of a star which triggers a supernova explosion and the subsequent scattering of the atoms vital to life throughout the cosmos, throughout the space. When concentrated at the center of the earth, it generated heat that caused initial chemical differentiation of the earth, outgassing of the atmosphere, and ultimately the formation of the hydrosphere as the source of water. We have discussed in lecture 263 how water is converted. Water is converted into oxygen in the atmosphere through the process of photodissociation. Photodissociation. Water and oxygen sustain not only atmospheric and earthly balances but also the life on the earth. Thus, both fundamental elements of life, water and oxygen, are indebted to landing of iron on the earth. This is what the ayat calls mighty strength and many uses for mankind. These were not known 1500 years ago, but these are told in the Quran because it's a divine book. So, dear friends, in the context of mighty strength and many uses for mankind, another marvel of nature needs attention, needs to be focused. Science tells us that the earth grew by accretion. What is accretion? Layer by layer. One layer, then second layer, then so many layers. By accretion. When the iron landed on the earth 10 million years after its initial formation, the interior of earth was still very hot, hot enough to melt the iron and nickel. The molten alloy of iron and nickel having very high density means 8 times denser than water, 8 times, sank deep, becoming the earth's core, earth's most inner component, region. Science has recently discovered that Earth's magnetic field is related to the molten iron and nickel. Molten iron and nickel spinning in the outer core of the earth. Inner core, then the outer core. This alloy of nickel and iron that spins there. It is sourced from the electrical currents produced by the coupling of convective effects and rotation in the spinning liquid of iron and nickel in the outer core of the earth. This is mechanism, how magnetic field is created. This magnetic field of the earth forms the magnetosphere, also known as Van Allen radiation belts, thousands of kilometers above the earth, serving as a shield protecting the earth from celestial bodies, solar winds, sunbursts, and harmful cosmic rays and ultraviolet radiation that would otherwise strip away the upper atmosphere, including the ozone layer. Disaster for the earth. It was the weak magnetic field of Mars that let the solar winds strip away carbon dioxide and other life-giving provisions from the Mars atmosphere. For that, the Quran has called this system out of atmospheric layers the protected ceiling, as revealed in Ayat 32 of Surah Al-Anbiya about 1500 years ago. Note the words of the ayat. And we made the sky, atmospheric layers, a protected ceiling. But they means disbelievers from its signs are turning away, don't care. So dear friends, to Michael Denton, had there been no iron, Michael Denton believes, had there been no iron atoms, there would have been no carbon-based life, no heating of the primitive earth, no atmosphere or hydrosphere, no protective magnetic field, no ozone layer, no metal to make hemoglobin in human blood, etc. Likewise, Dr. Ross, on the importance of iron in formation of Van Allen radiation belts as protective shield of the earth, he says, had this shield not present, life would not have been possible on the earth. The only other rocky planet to have been magnetic field is Mercury, but its magnetic field's strength is 100 times less than that of the earth. 1 divided by 100. Even Venus, our sister planet, has no magnetic field. Thus, such a protective shield is a unique blessing to human life on the earth, obligated to the presence of iron. Now just imagine the significance of iron. To them, such a life-iron interdependence acknowledges significance of metals to biology and biocentricity of the cosmos. Recently, magnetic iron oxide nanoparticles technology has got special niche in biomedicine for cancer treatment. Nanoparticles are employed in the treatment of iron deficiency anemia and in developing various cancer medicines. It is found that supermagnetic iron oxide nanoparticles have radiosensitizing effect on tumor tissues. Thus, iron may help as potential applications in cancer radiation therapy. So dear friends, with this we conclude our discussion under lecture 265. Please subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures and join us for the noble cause. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.